Oh, hello friends. It is Monday, week 4, which is when all that hard work is gonna start paying off. This is what I've been building towards for the past 3 weeks. And today is a primary bench session. I got my singlet on, which is gonna be a tradition. Every week 4 I single up for all the PRs. And yeah, let's start with a weight update. This morning I weighed in at 152.3 kg, which is a big bounce back. But this weekend I didn't go too crazy, but I think I averaged around 4,000 calories on each day. I got a birthday party I went to on Saturday evening, and then yesterday I ate some pancakes for dinner as well. And the reason for this, I just wanted to carb up before week 4. Like I want to feel strong this week. So I think this bounce back is very temporary, and I'll be back on track soon. Like yesterday, I already meal prepped for the first half of this week. Usually when I do that, I already pre-fill what I'm gonna eat for the day. So for today, I'm gonna clock in just below my 3,250 calories. 250 grams of protein, 350 grams of carbs, and 81 grams of fat, just a bit over my goal. And the menu for the week is gonna be, I'm gonna try to put pictures here as well. The lunch is gonna be Korean beef stir fry. So usually when I meal prep, I try to eat 1 meal with beef and 1 meal with chicken. And usually the beef is for lunch and chicken for dinner, because chicken is easier to digest. And I also try, like in terms of carbs, I try to alternate between rice and pasta or potatoes. Very rarely I do potatoes, not because I don't like them, but because they don't taste good when you reheat them. So yeah, this lunch is gonna be Korean beef stir fry. It's just like an Asian stir fry with beef and vegetables and rice. And dinner is gonna be pasta with chicken. Yeah, breakfast is same as always, overnight oats, and for snacks I have whey protein shake and a fruit salad, which this week is gonna be pineapple, grapes, kiwi, and strawberry. And fruit salad, that's a really nice way of snacking, I think, because you can fill a whole box of fruit, like a lunch box, and it's 200 calories, and it tastes amazing. Eating fruit is, especially like when you choose good fruit, like who doesn't like pineapple or strawberries? I bet there are some people who hate it, but you get my point. But yeah, back to my primary bench session. Today I have RP9 triple. And last week I did 145 RP8, which felt a bit hard. But then on Friday I did a 150 single close grip that flew. It was so easy. So I'm thinking today, even though I initially planned to do 147.5 for a triple, I'm thinking I do 150, which would be a nice another 5 kg PR on top of my bench press triple. And yeah, it is a bit out of my comfort zone, but that's gonna be the theme of this week, trying to push outside of what I think I should do, just to see where I get. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start warming up, and I'll see you on the top set. Last warm up, I'm gonna do 140 kg for a single, and then I think we jump to 150 for a triple. That's gonna be rough, but yeah, I'm gonna ask Jonas to spot me. So worst case scenario, I start choking like 2 years ago and he saved my life. Alright guys, I loaded up 150 kg for today's top set triple, and this is gonna be hard as fuck. And yeah, my 1 rep max on bench press at the moment, I mean, I wouldn't call it a 1 rep max, but the heaviest weight I ever did for a single was 155 kg. which I did in last year, December. Pretty much like 2.5 months ago. And at the moment, I think I had more in me. I didn't go that heavy that day, and then I got injured and my whole program went to clouds. But yeah, 150 for triple. I've never even doubled 150, so this will be a big PR on that front, if I get it. And as you saw on Friday, like close grip bench press, I feel a lot stronger, and I've been thinking about it throughout the whole weekend. I actually read about other people experiences on the same topic as well. So one point that caught my eye was that close grip, you can produce more velocity but less force. And the reason for it is like the bicep is a small muscle, like it's very explosive. So when you do your reps on the close grip, it actually looks easier than it actually is. While on the wide grip, because the chests are a much bigger muscle and you can grind them out more than the triceps, it looks slower, but it actually, you can produce more force and you can actually do more reps. So it could be that as well, but still I do think I am a bit stronger with my closer grip, just because my triceps are so strong, and on the wide grip they're not used as much. But going forward, I was thinking about how am I gonna deal with this. One option is that I actually do narrow my grip down, not all the way to close grip, but maybe somewhere in the middle. And another option is to just keep it the same and try to develop my chest more, you know, to get stronger. Which in the long run, I think with the chest, you should have more potential to get stronger than with the triceps, because they are a bigger muscle. But yeah, I'll think about it more, and then maybe on my deload week, I start implementing something, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm gonna chill for like 5-6 minutes before my top set, and then I'm gonna call Jonas to spot me. And yeah, let's see if I get this PR. So guys, I can't believe how big of an idiot I am. I did not record my top set. I thought I pressed the button, but I did not. And the worst thing is, I actually did it, 150 for triple. No touch and go, with a pause and everything. It moved fine, and it looked like an RP, or it felt like an RP9, but I did not film it. So you're just gonna have to believe me, guys. I'm sorry. Either way, doesn't matter. What matters is I did it, and I move on. I'll film it next time. Oh, I can't believe I was so... come on. Can't believe I forgot to press the record. But yeah, I'm gonna start moving on to my backoffs. I have, I think, plenty of them. So let me get my phone. Oh yeah, I have a single today. I forgot about that, at RP 7.5, which means it should be a bit heavier than the 150 for triple I just did. So I'm thinking, what do I do there? I think the smart thing would be to do 152, but since I did not record my top set triple, I feel like I load up 155 to punish myself for that. God damn it, I still can't believe it. You know, for a moment I thought I should do it again, but that would be a terrible idea. Okay, so single at 155, and then backoff triple at 140, and then 4 backoff triples and 132.5. Yeah, let's move on, get this over with. 155 on the bar. I'm gonna do a RP 7.5 single, which should match my all-time 1 rep max as well, but it should look easier than a max. And yeah, I'm so disappointed I forgot to record my top sets triple at 150. But yeah, let's at least make this look easy. That did not look like RP 7.5. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's do the backoffs. Triple at 140 first. I did 155 for single as well.
Did you film it?
The 155 I did, yeah. No spotter. But it was very heavy. It was heavier than that third rep, I think, on the triple. Yeah.
It went slow?
Yeah. I should have asked the spotter, but I was like, fuck it. That's why I'm so disappointed. Like, this is what I've been building towards, and then I forgot to press record, like, for the last set. Oh, I'm so fucking pissed off. Like, idiot. God damn it, I can't believe I did that. 2 months of recording myself, every set, every workout, the whole thing. And then PR on bench press, I forgot to press record. But see you Wednesday, Jonas.
Yeah, you're not coming tomorrow?
No, I'm gonna cry in my bed the whole day because of this mistake.
Yeah, see you Wednesday tomorrow.
See ya. Yeah, I need to move forward. I cannot get stuck on such a stupid fucking mistake. Oh, let's do the trick one 440. Since I failed to record that top set, I feel like I'm gonna tell you a funny story to make up for it. And it's about how Jonas, the strongest 50-year-old I know, how we met at the gym. He's the guy who spotted me, by the way, both today and on Friday. So 2 years ago when I started going to this gym, maybe a bit more than 2 years actually, I remember I was doing bench press, and back then I was training, you know, like a classic gym bro. I think I did like a push-pull legs routine or something. So it was a push day, I was bench pressing 3 sets of 110 kg, all 3 sets to failure, you know. I did not know any better. And I think I was on my second set, and on the 5th rep, like I knew I don't have one more in me, but I still went for it for some fucking reason. And yeah, the weight went down, and then of course I couldn't even move it a centimeter up. So I started choking on the barbell, and then Jonas, the guy, spotted me. He was doing a rowing machine across the bench press. So he saw me choking, and he was like, "Do you need any help?" And yeah, that's how we met. He saved me, and then we started talking a bit more. And yeah, the reason I'm telling you this story, it's I know a lot of people, they're afraid of failing in the gym because, you know, it's embarrassing, it makes them feel disappointed or whatever, right? And it is okay. Like, it is okay to fail. I don't think anyone's gonna look at you and be like, yeah, look at that guy, he's choking on the bench. No one cares. People who come to the gym, they mostly care about themselves, and if someone sees you choking, they're just gonna help you, right? It's okay to fail, and don't be afraid of it. I'm gonna talk a bit more about my failures as well after I finish my backoffs before incline. So. Alright guys, I'm done with the bench press. I'm gonna move on to the incline. I got 3 sets of 8 at, I increased the weight to 105. So it's 2.5 kg jump for those 3 sets, and then the last set is a Backoff of 10%, as many reps as possible. But yeah, before I start doing my incline, I wanted to talk a bit about failure. And I don't mean training to failure, I mean actually failing your lifts. And I think throughout my lifting career, I only failed like a certain number of lifts. I think I can almost remember all of them. So bench press I failed once or twice, I'm not sure now. Oh yeah, I failed twice. So once was the story I just told you when Jonas saved me from choking. And the other one was, I think it was incline actually. I was repping 80 or something, and I couldn't do the rep, so I did the roll of shame, as they call it, because I didn't have a spotter and there was no one else at the gym. And that lift I failed. Technically I never failed it. I mean, I did have 2 instances of, I don't know if you want to call it failure, like the one I had this Saturday where it slipped out of my hand before I locked it out, and once I also had it, I think last year in December, or last year in November, when I was doing a double on week 4. I was supposed to do a double at 227, and the second rep I just couldn't grip at all, so I couldn't lift it off. Yeah, and my squat, I've never failed in my life, so I don't even know how it feels to fail a squat. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I think it's very good. Like, people don't talk about this. Like, everyone talks about their successes and how, you know, you should do this, you should do that, but no one talks about how you should fail. And I think it is a very important thing to do, especially before you get super strong. Because if you get super strong, you know, years and years after training hard, and you still haven't had any experience failing, you're gonna be in a very tough situation, because I don't think you want to learn how to fail at that point. Like, it can get very dangerous as well. So I think while you're still like in the beginner, close to intermediate phase, it is a very good idea to try your limits and, you know, experience some kind of failure at least. And I'm not saying you should load up like 200 kg on the bench and like fucking break your neck or something. Like, you should always try to be as safe as possible, right? Have a spotter, don't overdo it. But I think it is good to, you know, experience some kind of failure, because having an experience of how it feels to fail, it's gonna build you confidence to succeed later on as well, because you already know how it feels to fail, and it's not something you're gonna be afraid of. And that's one of the struggles I'm having at the moment, because I've been always very calculated, overthinking type of lifter who, you know, I always try to succeed, and I never tried to fail. So as I said last week, I feel like this week I want to try, like, I don't want to fail on purpose, of course, but I want to try to get to that, you know, close to that threshold of failing where I feel uncomfortable. And then if I do fail, I gain that experience. If I succeed, I succeed. It's a win-win either way, right? So yeah, if you are, you know, starting your journey in the gym, lifting, I think don't be afraid of failing. Seek it even, but of course, do it carefully and don't overdo it. Yeah, I'm gonna jump into my incline bench press, 3 sets of 8. Let's do the work. Just to add to the previous topic as well, I always feel like people are gonna misunderstand me. So I'm not saying you should, you know, load up your 1 rep max and squat every week and, you know, break your back or something. Of course, you should always try to be as safe as possible. Try not to hurt yourself, do your form correctly, pay attention to your technique, right? I'm just saying, if you are taking this shit seriously and you wanna go long ways, not everyone does, right? It's people, a lot of people, most people come to the gym, you know, just as a form of exercise, you know. They don't really want to be, they don't want to reach these levels of strength or whatever. And what I'm saying is not a message to those people, it's a message to people who want to push their strength, you know. They want to get as strong as possible. You should fail, but of course you should always be safe. I don't want you to get hurt or, you know, or something and then say, Ratko told me to do this. That's not what I mean. I just mean that, you know, there's two ends of the spectrum. There are people who are very safe, very calculated, they hold themselves back, and then there are people who are like going a bit too hard and they hurt themselves all the time. There's a balance to be found, and I'm just saying, if you're like me, you're on the other end where, you know, you always overthink and you never go out of your safe zone. Try to push that, try to get out of your comfort zone and do something you don't think you can, and maybe you'll get surprised because you can do it. But yeah, I hope you you got my message straight, and please don't hurt yourself. Last set, I dropped away 10%, so it's 92.5 kg, and I'm gonna do as many reps as possible. I feel very fatigued, so I'm thinking maybe 9-10 reps, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Alright guys, I'm done with the incline and with the chest part of the workout. So next one is back. And like every week I do one vertical, one horizontal pull. So I'm gonna start with the horizontal one first. And I think the weights are gonna be the same. as last week. It's just for my back, I don't push, you know, I don't train my back strength style, I train it bodybuilding style. It's just an accessory. So that was a heavy top set. I'm gonna do 3 backoffs now at 130 kg, 10 reps each. Alright guys, it's gonna be lat pulldowns. 3 sets of 9 at 140 kg. Let's fucking go. Last thing on the menu, it's gonna be arm superset. So tricep extension with hammer curls and lateral raises. 3 sets of each, 8 to 12 or 8 to 15 reps, depends on how I feel. Yeah, let's speed it up. Let's get this done. Oh, that's it guys, end of the primary bench. Oh, I'm so dead. Let's look at today's workout. It's 17.5 tons of volume, which is a lot. Like I have a big pump in my upper body. But yeah, overall, very good start of week 4. I'm very happy about how the top set on bench went, even though I did not film it. So it's a mixed feeling. I'm both happy and disappointed. But yeah, it is what it is. I'll have plenty of more opportunities to film it, so it happens. Like so far, this is the second time I missed filming my set. First time it happened was like a 4th set of calves, so that did not affect me at all. I don't care about my 4th set of calves. But a top set on bench press on week 4. That was very disappointing. But yeah, gotta move on. I have to jet for work, but thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on my squad day. Take care.